Hello, West Ham Network. I hope you are all having an amazing day. It's Holly, and today we are going to be chatting through the two front runners that we could be seeing potentially take our left wing by storm. Now, the left wing is a position that we have known it needs fixing for a while, and with news of West Ham wanting to offload Benny, as well as talks of Fornals getting closer to rejoining good old Pellegrini at Real Betis, it looks as though the changes are already being worked on. It's all happening. It's all kind of happening behind the scenes as well, but we are hearing lots of rumours about who could be filling that spot on the left wing. Ideally, we also need to offload some of those players to free up some funds to make it a little bit more affordable for us. And there are two main players that are being spoken about that we could be bringing in on the left wing. I'm sure you've all heard of them, apparently. These are, of course, Jota and Osman. Now, we are going to start by talking about Mr. Jota. So we are said to be one of three Premier League clubs who have held talks with the former Celtic player about a move this January to West Ham. He's said to be desperate to leave Al Ittihad. Don't want to confuse the different teams over there, having only been there actually for a few months for a record £25 million for them. Now, obviously, they've signed this player for so much money, but he's not been able to play properly for their team because Saudi clubs can only name 8 foreign players in their domestic squads, meaning he's only been able to play in cup competitions for them. So they've messed up. It is interesting, actually, in the Saudi league, we're starting to see quite a few things that aren't really making sense with the strategy and the transfers that they brought in. And this is the perfect example of it kind of not quite falling into place. They've brought someone in that they don't have the ability to play. Anyway, as a result, he has scored twice in 9 games. That said, at Celtic, he scored 21 goals and got 21 assists as well over 2 seasons. So he can rack up the goals and assists. It's just that he's not been able to do it where he currently is. So what is his style of play like? From chatting with people that follow Scottish football, as well as obviously carrying out my own very extensive YouTube highlight reel research, he looks pretty exciting. He likes to shoot from outside the box, so he's not afraid to take his chances. I've also seen him score from set pieces, so he'll have Ward-Prowse to contend with for that one. But there is a video of him basically whipping a free kick in around the wall to the top left corner, if I remember correctly. And he also looks like a little bit of a poacher, capitalising on others' mistakes to just nick the ball. And at 24, he definitely still has potential. He also has the most incredible football song that I have ever heard in my entire life. So stay tuned to the end of this video to listen to it, because it is one that you are not going to want to miss. If we can have that song at West Ham, honestly, just listen at the end of this video. You'll see what I mean. It's fabulous in so many ways. But one of the major challenges that we are likely to face with Jota is negotiating a wage for him, because while he is obviously keen to play football, and it's clear that he isn't able to do that domestically at his current club, they are paying him £200,000 a week, which we will obviously not be paying him. So it's definitely one to keep an eye out for. And then we have Ibrahim Osman. So he's another potential left winger that we have our sights set on. 19-year-old that plays for Nordsjælland, came through the Right to Dream Academy in Ghana, the same one which Kudus came from. So obviously a great sign already. Other clubs have also been linked with moves for this player, including Brighton and Brentford in the past, both of which are often praised for their recruitment strategy. So if that's anything to go by, there's clearly something about this player that is exciting. What reason they didn't actually end up signing him, I don't know, but obviously there's many reasons that you don't sign a player. That may well be one that you've missed out on. So perhaps we could be swooping in and snapping him up. And we are said to now be favourites to sign the player for somewhere around £15 million. So what is this player like? He looks fast and likes to turn players, as well as being quite strong. And from what I've seen, he loves to drive up the pitch, and his speed helps him to win a lot of free kicks, as well as making his way around players. On top of this, he likes to cut in on his right. Bowen does this on the opposite side, cutting in on his left, and it works very well. So this would definitely add something to our left side, which we are currently very much lacking. And something that I really like is that Osman does not look selfish. He's really happy to set up another player, from what I can see, and create chances, not just trying to shoot when it's not necessarily a good idea or when there's better options at that moment in time. In 16 league games this season, he's only got 1 goal, but he does have 4 assists. In the Conference League, he has 6 games and 1 goal. So some of the criticism about him is that he needs to work on his finishing, but at a young age, it does look as though he'd contribute a lot of assists, which is more than we're basically getting at the moment from our left wing. And with a price tag of 15 million, could he be another piece of great recruitment at a price that doesn't make him the world's biggest gamble? It definitely feels like it could be. So Let us know which you would prefer out of the two, Jota and Osman, or whether it's both, seeing as Benny and Fornells could both be on the way out. I don't know about you as well. Let us know what you think in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. But I'll actually be really sad to see Pablo go. I feel like he's been really good for us. Obviously, you've got incredible moments and memories where he's really made a difference for West Ham. But it just feels like he's not the same player that he used to be, and we don't quite have the space in the team for him. When we have given him opportunities more recently, he just hasn't looked quite how he used to look, which is a shame. Probably as a confidence and a lack of actual game time thing, which isn't his fault. But yeah, very sad. And obviously Benny is not offering what we need at all. So it's time for change. It's time for change, particularly on that left wing. And it is somewhere that other teams really are capitalising on. So we need to fix that. But before I go, as promised, I'm going to leave you with the almighty Jota song. It is probably worth buying him, if I'm honest, just so that we can sing this. Anyway, have a great one and enjoy.
When you score, you make the Celtics sing. Jota on the wing, Jota on the wing. Every time you're on the ball, we know there's gonna be a goal. A superstar from Portugal. When you score, you make the Celtics sing. Jota on the wing, Jota on the wing. Every time you're on the ball, we know